Good day, everyone. We are the group representatives. We will going to discuss the three cases analysis. But before that, let me first introduce my members. Ms. Mirisa Blanca, Mr. J. Mark Tagala, Mr. Giovanni Cabuno, Mr. Harold King Montejo, and I, Miss Christy Daggett.
We divided the 5 members into 3 groups that were going to discuss the 3 case analysis. First, Turner Test Fritz Co. Second, Jim Boss the inventor. And third, Amon Roll Lock and Security System. We will discussing the 3 case analysis through Jim Meet. Therefore, it will be online discussion. So shall we start?
Case 1, Turner Test Prep Co. Introduction. In the spring of 2003, Jessica Turner felt that she had come to a crossroads with her business. As the founder and CEO of Turner Test Prep, a California company specializing in preparing people for the Certified Public Accountant CPA exam, she felt that she was not achieving market share and going in the right direction. After 3 years of providing prep classes to both students and professionals, Turner had about 10% of the market and was facing fierce competition from her primary rival, National Testing Services. Uncertain about which growth direction to take, Jessica contemplated several options. So, Jessica Turner is the founder and CEO of Turner Test Prep, the company which specializes in preparing people for the CPA exam. After 3 years of providing prep classes, Turner had about 10% of the market. She was facing fierce competition from her primary rival, which is the National Testing Services. Background. Jessica Turner started Turner Test Prep in summer of 1997 after graduating from Case Western Reserve University's Riverhead School of Management with a master's degree in accounting. She passed the CPA exam and began applying to Big Six accounting firms. Frustrated after receiving several rejections, Jessica began to consider other employment options. Her undergraduate degree was in business, and after graduation, Jessica worked for several years in the business office of a small test prep company based in San Francisco. The company prepared students who wanted to take primarily the SAT, GRE, GMAT, MCAT, and LSAT. Company in teaching, basically testing skills, and from the company teaching skills and
Okay. The National Testing Service. National Testing Service Centers, NTC, is Turner's primary competitions. NTC is a national test preparation company that has been existing since 1962. The company focuses on a virtually every standardized test that is offered and has programs for high school students taking the SAT under graduate students taking graduate school entrance tests such as GMAT, LSAT, GRE, and MCAT. And graduate student taking certification tests like the bar and CPE exam. In addition, the company has programs designed for international students taking the test of English as a foreign language, TOEFL exam. NTC is a full-service program that offers variety of options for students taking any of these exams. Most courses offer the opportunity to have a classroom, lectures, home study, videotapes, books, software. Online tests is combinations of any of these options. that CPE course does not offer live classroom sessions but gives students the options of books, software, and online testing for one or all of these areas covered on the exam. Students also have a toll-free number that they can call if they have questions, as well as online chat with NTC instructors to answer questions. NTC offers students free repeat course if they do not pass the CPE exam and boasts a 75% pass rate. The course is priced from $1,000 to $1,500 depending on which of the service that student choose. Many of NTC students are repeaters who ideally choose to study on their own and use book of software package. Some students are dedicated to passing the second time they take the exam and want to structure that the first provide NTC provides a study schedule, study technique, and information about how to take the exam. It cannot be found in any other course on the market. Many of NTC students have also taken an NTC course for a previous entrance exam. NTC boasts a higher overall pass rate for all its course than any other test prep center in a country. People who have taken a course for the GMET and had passed, for example, feel confident that they would be fully prepared for pass and the CPE exam in a survey of undergraduate students who had taken NTC for the SET. 85% said it would take another NTC course to prepare them for a graduate school's entrance exam. NTC is national test preparation company that has been existing since 1964. Company offers programs for ASAT, GMET, LSET, GRE, and CPE exam. NTC boasts higher overall pass rate for all each course than any other test prep center. The Turner testing advantage. Despite NTC success, Jessica knew that with a pass rate of only 25% for a first-time takers, there was a need to provide a comprehensive programs to students so that they could pass on their first try. She devised a full-service program that tests for the 6 weeks and was 3 to 6 hours per day.
Case 2. Jim Both Inventor. Jim Both has invented dozens of different products in his 25 years as an engineer to a large research and development lab. For some time, he has been thinking of leaving his current company and start his own, but has never seemed to have a nerve to do so. Jim feels with his children grown up and on their own, now would be a good time to start his own business. Having been an avid bicyclist for so many years, Jim had invented an automatic derailleur for a 15-speed bike. This derailleur can be easily attached to any bicycle. The user does no shifting as the bicycle shifts the gears of the bicycle automatically, much like the automatic transmission on an automobile. James feels that invention has significant market potential, particularly since he has observed a rapid growth of bicycling industry. This growth has been related to Lance Armstrong's success in the Tour de France, increased interest in physical fitness, and technological improvement in the derailleur allowing off-road travel as well as more comforting for longer distance riding. In his cycling club alone, the membership has doubled in the past 2 years and to his knowledge is consistent with national trend. Jim feels that all he needs to do so is to write a business plan and submit it to his bank to attain the estimated 100,000 needed to get started. He's willing to support this by taking out the second mortgage as collateral. Jim feels that he can subcontract the manufacturing of the derailleur and the bicycle separately. Then upon receiving the item, he can complete the final installation and fabrication function before shipping the customer. So, Jim both invented an automatic derailleur for a 15-speed bike. The user does no shifting as the bike shifts the gear of the bicycle automatically. Both feel that all he needs to do so is to write a business plan and submit to his bank. Jim feels that he can subcontract the manufacturing of the derailleur and the bicycle separately. Then upon receiving all the items, he can complete the final installation and fabrication functions. He is willing to support by this, taking out the second mortgage as collateral.
Of 2 years of offer that waiting service to rental well as mobile owner and the vendor lock paying lock and dead bolt vehicle requirement 30 system emergency rental lockout foreign and automobile lockout and window security lock. An additional aunt was occupied by the Commonwealth and the on the front alarm system offered following national records have been relatively poor with losses of 56,700 in the first year market, only about 53,500 year 3. Currently on target market, there are local communities in the Boston area with similar demographics. One rock and lock and community system was established about 2 years ago on target market in Boston area. Have been realized for with losses of $6,500 in the first year and profit of $3,200.
Our both success entrepreneur has parent are new decide and money reserve as inheritance that would satisfy any his financial needs for the rest of his life. He has been at a local private school and then at a small liberal art college in Vermont. He was not a ghetto and always sent to buy. Summer usually spent at the college taking summer course. After graduation, his father has helped him get a job with a friend who owned a security and alarm manufacturing business in the western part of the East. Working in a various areas of the business, learning a great deal about alarm and lock. After 2 years, Ray decided that he preferred to be his own boss and using some of his inheritance entered a special program to learn more about the locksmith business.
SN Fence, lock and security readiness, evolved from his experience and educate that his market offered tremendous opportunities. Increased crime and residential home sales often record new lock offered many opportunities to succeed in this business. We did not want to offer alarm installation as part of a new venture since we felt that they are rather stunts to install. He also knew that there were many large competition already in the alarm market that would be able to offer products and service at much lower price. Ray Monroe is the eldest son of two successful businessmen who create brand and residential property transactions with frequently needs new look provide numerous opportunities for tourists and
Industry structure and competition. The locksmith industry was dominated by small operators, 60% of which consisted of an owner and one employee. Only about 20% of these firms had 5 or more employees. Because of low entry barriers, the number of small operators are grown dramatically in the past few years. These businesses were often operated out of the home with no storefronts and concentrated mainly on the residential market. There were also a large number or family-owned business that usually had a retail store serving their communities for several generations of family members. The larger operators were the most sophisticated in terms of service and products and relied primarily on commercial accounts. Present strategy. Excluding alarms, we offer just about every locksmith service. His company van was used to store these products and any necessary tools for servicing his clients. This company van was 10 years old with a few minor dents, but it ran quite well. We had a beeper system and a cellular phone in order to respond to customer requests. After 5 p.m., however, we turned off the system and refused to take calls. During his operating hours, he was able to respond to all requests fairly quickly, even if he was not in the office. Primarily because of the beeper and cellular phone, he had tried using an answering machine, but it did not allow him to respond to a customer fast enough, especially if he was at the job that kept him out of the office for a number of hours. He also knew that many job requests were emergencies and required a quick response. During the past year, Ray had decided to advertise in the Yellow Pages. He felt that with all the locksmith listed in the Yellow Pages, he needed to be at the top of the list. So he decided to use his middle name initial for Arthur to form a Monroe Locksmith and security system. The Yellow Pages had seemed to help businesses and contribute to the $40,000 profit. Ray spent a lot of his time in the office thinking of ways to increase business. yet to this point nothing and been very successful. His understanding was that many. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.